Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more of The Sims 4 Fractured, which is our Disney Villain Legacy Challenge. And I'm going to apologize right away if the sound and things are a little off and sound just wrong, because, again, my recording software didn't want to load. I tried it twice and I was like, no, Dal, I'm like, forget it, no, we're done, not doing it. So, again, we're using the GeForce recording stuff, and to me, it always sounds like the Sims voices are a little echoey and the volume's not quite right, but I just can't be bothered to mess with it more than I already have, so it is what it is. So, I apologize if things are a little off. You probably don't notice unless you're watching things like in bulk and you're just like binge watching, then things sound off between weeks. Although last week I'm pretty sure I had to record this way too, so if you watched last week and this week right back to back, it doesn't sound any different. But anyway, it is what it is. I just don't care anymore. All right, you need to go to bed. You seem overly confident and happy for a child who 2 seconds ago was crying about the dollhouse and not the fact that your dad's been murdered. But like, whatever. I mean, okay, it is what it is. So, we're winding down this. We're gonna wait till you at least age up to finish our thing. You age up tomorrow, though. Well, Sims time tomorrow, not later today. Not like tomorrow when he wakes up, because that's going to be later today when he wakes up. You know what I mean? Because it's like Friday at like 3 a.m. But anyway, so we'll go to school. I might just send them off to school on their own so we super speed through time. Uh, this way, then we can get to Basil's birthday and do all that kind of this part, and then the next part we'll have them, you know. I feel like maybe Salinger's gonna go and do some like reconnaissance at school and try to figure this out. You know, figure out who killed his dad. The poison. The poison that killed Cusco. Actually, you know what? That's perfect! Because technically, this generation would be the Yzma one that we're not really gonna finish because, you know, I get lazy at the end of a series. I'm like, yeah, good enough. I feel like every series ends this way, but you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. Like, I can't help it. Would you rather it just kind of end here, like, oh crap, it just kind of ended, or like I just drag it on bored out of my goddamn mind? Because I feel like that's what we've done with most of Leona. It's like, unfortunately, it's like we got here and then it's like, my mojo's gone, and oh, that's nice of you. Fix that for your brother, because your father probably broke it, because he's an ass, but, well, he's dead now, so I guess shouldn't talk smack about him. Anyway, yeah, you're supposed to go to school. I'm going to send you alone, but I'm going to let you take a shower or a bath, whatever, before, because I don't want you going to school stanky. But anyway, you also need to take a shower, but you're going to school stanky, so that's good idea. Okay, you could probably get out of the bath now. No, we're going to have him go to school. You were supposed to go. No, go to school. I was trying to tell you to get out of the bath, not skip school. I love how the game was like, no, I guess I must have, possibly, I didn't see it, but it's possible that, like, when I was trying to click get, like, end the bath, it had switched and it was go to school, and I canceled that. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. We're gonna cancel Night Out on the Town, because I don't really give a crap about Night on the Town. You don't, you're desperate for fun. Yeah, you are falling apart. No, don't invite over anybody. Your father just died. We have no time for that shit, okay? Like, time for these shenanigans. But yeah, so this would have been the Yzma generation, and we poisoned, not Cusco. We poisoned Scar, so, like, there you go. It kind of ties in, sure. We'll pretend I thought about that in advance. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so you gotta get your revenge. I just kind of wanted to see what Basil's gonna look like when he ages up. And again, teenagers kind of look like the young adults, kind of look like whatever, same difference. You don't have to wait till he's a young adult. It's not like he's gonna be drastically different. So now you're hungry. You are also hungry, but luckily there's tons of leftovers. And like again, we're just doing this. We're just going through the motions. My mojo's gone. Like I can't help it. So I'd rather like kind of just tie it up fast than, drag it out for another whole generation where I'm like, okay, we're just doing stuff and I don't really care anymore, you know? So, because I feel like the mojo's been tapering on this one for a while, so. But again, I also don't want, I mean, there's times where we've done it before and you can't, listen, I feel bad about it, but it's one of the things that just is what it is. And like, I know I'm the same way if I'm watching someone like, watching a let's play that I enjoy and then they're like, and then they just don't do it anymore. It just disappoints me. I get it. So like I get that feeling if that's where you are. And like and I also get the like I don't want to do that, but I also like we've cut off series where you're like, I'm just gonna put them on pause and then they've never come back. There are ones out there from like 6 years ago that it's like on hold forever or just discontinued, not completed, whatever. And I know that that sucks if that's something that you, oh my God, Nyla had a baby and we're gonna have to, oh my God, it's gonna be a vicious cycle. Well, that's actually kind of funny. And if I hadn't lost my mojo, that would have made it better. Like, then we kill Nyla and then Martin comes along, because that was what we named the baby just randomly, comes along and then tries to kill, oh my God, it'd just be the cycle of killing. That's so brilliant, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm bored. It's a great idea, but like, man, again, I kind of like it's something like that. Like the game just gave you something to make the story a little more interesting. Where, okay, we plot, we kill Nyla, and then Martin grows up, finds out that they did it, and then plots to kill them, and that would be a perfect way to kind of keep going. But my mojo's gone, and even though that's a great idea, and theoretically would fit so perfectly. Like, okay, we keep going with Salinger and Basil, right, and do their thing and let their party it, whatever, blah blah blah, and then Martin ages up and then kills them, and then that's how we end the series like that. That'd be perfect. But again, that implies that I have to keep my mojo going and keep this going for at least long enough that he's gonna age up to maybe a teenager or something. You know what I mean? Although theoretically he wouldn't murder as a teenager. That seems well. I mean, Salinger's gonna, but look at the family he was born into. You know, so. But okay, so Martin then figures out. You know what I mean? Like that could drag it out another like 10 parts or so. Swell, but I don't have the mojo to do that. And like, even though it's a great idea, it's like, yeah, but I'm gonna be bored the entire fucking time. We're like, okay, they gotta throw parties, and I just don't want like. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this game is giving me this brilliant story idea, and I'm just like, yeah, but it's not fixing my desire anymore to continue, Because that's what I want my game to do. Sometimes when you're like, I'm feeling a little bit in a rut and I don't really know what's going on, you want the game to give you something like that where you're like, yes, all right, I got this. And it just spurns ideas and excitement and you just want to keep doing and you're going to work on this idea and you're going to do that. But that's not how this is working out. See, okay, now he's doing research to figure out his poison, the poison to kill Cusco, Cusco's poison, that kind of thing. Scar's poison, the poison that killed Scar. Like that. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate, but you can just in your head do. She's technically your great 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 summer grandma because um way back in like Gen fucking something or other. Let's see, how far back does that go? So yeah, Leon. Okay, go back up here to Micah to go back up here. No, it wasn't. Just yeah, it was so way back up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. But, like, look at this family tree though. Way back to Sebastian. Yeah, okay, it was Soren. Yeah, Esther is Soren, and Soren married the third generation, so she would have been technically up here in the second generation. And like, we're way the hell down here. Like, I mean, you go back to our train of Our tree. It's not as goddamn a massive and invasive species like some of our freaking families. Did you actually go the fuck to sleep, kid? What is your problem? He's antsy for his birthday. I'm antsy for your birthday too. Oh, don't talk to your great 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 dead grandma. Do we have to pull your tooth out and fix you before? My game is so janky right now too. Like, it's just the frame rates are trash. That's why everything's so like, hold on. It's really annoying. They're not coming back. That's so fucking irritating. Ugh. Today is just not the game's day. Oh, God, I hate this. I hate when it's literally like 15 frames per second. I'm not even getting 20 frames. That's why it's so janky. And it's like, oh, dear God, I can't stand it. I don't know how people, like, play with their game being like this. It's killing me. Like, and it's not... Like, usually going into the menu, like, kind of picks this back up. That's where my thing is. Normally it's up here, but with NVIDIA, it's over here. Oh, dear God, why won't it come back? This is why I start recording with this one usually, because this one doesn't take as many resources on my computer, and the game starts to, like, run, and then the ones that are, like, have huge families or giant houses or whatever is usually, like, that usually will tank my game if I start off, but I usually start here, and it's so much better, but, like, God, no, this shit does not want to work fucking today, so that's just another thing. Like, my mojo was dead on this series to begin with, but, like, this just kills my mojo for the game to begin with. Alright, now let's fix your lost tooth. Actually, did we change? We might have changed your teeth. Fix your missing tooth. You must have the default teeth then, if that you didn't turn into a shadow monster. But that might be because you turned into the shadow monster once before. I don't quite remember. But anyway, can you go to fucking sleep? It's 3 a.m., you asshole. Oh god, these frame rates are killing me. Guys, I just want to fucking choke myself. Like, I can't. I hate. Where the fuck did you put those? You came in here and put the dirty dishes somewhere and they're missing. Alright, whatever. Oh my god, I can't. Hold on, I gotta, this is gonna kill me. Pause, I'm gonna be right back in just a second. Okay, maybe we're fine now. I had to reboot my entire fucking game. Could you go to sleep, please? Don't play, just go the fuck to sleep. And as soon as I loaded into the game, I was like at 15 frames. I'm like, what is with this save? And then I like picked back up, so now we're like, well, now we're only at 35, but still, we're running like, at least, as long as we're getting like 30 frames a second, at least it's freaking doing something, and it's varying, but like the 15 frames a second is like janky as shit, and I've watched, and I don't know if it's like when encoding or that's just the way people's games run. I know that sometimes it's this game, it's very resource intensive sometimes.
Oh, yeah, but...
But I know I've watched sometimes and I'm like, is that just the way your game is playing? Or is that like when you encoded it that it got janky like that? But I see that as if when I have like the 15 frame rates and it's not as smooth. And I'm like, I don't know how you play like that. It drives me goddamn crazy. 2 minutes and I feel like we dealt with that for longer than that and it was like, I'm gonna choke someone. I can't take it anymore. Like, I just don't like rebooting my game because it takes like 10 goddamn minutes. Because, like, it's like, all right, I gotta shut my game down. I actually, like, went out to the main menu and it wasn't until I clicked options, quick game, that all of a sudden it was like 160 frames per second. And I'm like, you fucking serious? And then, like, obviously it closed. And then I had to reboot it. But it takes a while because I have a lot of custom content and mods. So I know that, you know, and actually still boots up pretty fast. It used to on my old computer take like 30 minutes. I do have less custom content now because I got rid of a lot of my female sim custom content because you know we don't play with them. Really? So I got rid of a lot of custom content, but I've gotten more since. So you know what I mean? Like I feel like we're still on an average. I think I'm pushing like 100 gigs of fucking custom content mods. Like, Jesus. It might not be that bad anymore because I got rid of some, but there was a point where it was like pushing that and it was like shit. But like my old computer would, like, you turn it on, you walk away, like 30 minutes later it might be up and running. And this one, it really only takes like 5 to 10 minutes, but that's still a long time. You know, you're like, as opposed to when you don't have mods and you click the button and then it's up and you're like, oh, there was a patch that disabled my mods. Because there's no way that freaking splash screen that Sims pop, that does not happen 30 seconds after you click the button. I mean, again, it loads, it's probably not even 5 minutes to be fair, but it just feels like fucking forever. Some days is longer than others. You know, but honestly, I'm starting to feel like too, I'm like, I didn't remove a lot of custom content and stuff. I mean, I did. But like again, I keep adding stuff. So I feel like it's kind of evening out, but it's not like, well, I went from like 100 gigs of custom content to like 4. I feel like I roughly have the same, but I do actually feel like lately it has loaded a little bit faster than it used to. This computer is a fraction of the time as my old one, but I do feel like from when like I originally started to like now, I'm like, I do feel like there's a shorter time frame. Like, huh. But then again, I'm so used to for years playing it and being like, all right, I'm just gonna walk away. That like I turn it on, walk away, and I come back. If I come back in 5 minutes, it's open. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Took 5 minutes. It might have only taken 2. I was sitting here. You'd think I'd know, but wasn't paying attention. Anyway, yeah. So you should polish the perfection, and then I'm gonna have you take a shower. What was I was thinking of some stuff while we were down and while the game was reloading and stuff like that, and I don't even remember what the hell it was. Good God. You know, that's just amazing how my brain works. I was just like, whatever. Yeah, so I mean, it's just like, again, I am sorry that we're just going to kind of cut this. We've made 8 generations, though, technically, because we didn't really start with Gen 1, because that would have been Sebastian's mom, Giselle, who was supposed to be our Cinderella, whatever, and he was our Snow White, you know. And she was already dead, and we kind of started into it, but that's like, and then this is technically the 10th generation, but we didn't really finish it, so technically we did like 8, I guess. I mean, whatever. I finished, air quotes around finished the challenge. It counts to me. It's good enough. It's not like I didn't quit halfway through. I know this happens to me. What are you doing? Are you okay, sir? Are you, no, you're not okay, but I mean, like, are you okay? Like, he's just in circles. I do not understand what is happening with him, but we're just going to follow him while we think these thoughts. I think part of it happens every single time. Like if I had like 3, and was I saying this to you or was I thinking this to myself? I don't know. If we had like 3 generations left to go and my mojo was a little like lacking, then I think like, oh, the story, the way it gave us Nyla's has a son, blah, blah, blah. I think I could like pull together some mojo and continue, but it always happens to me like if my mojo's dwindling and then we get to this is the end, it's like good enough. Yay. Also, and I feel like this is a change again. I mean, this channel has adapted. I've adapted and changed as we've gone. But like I used to play with mostly just female Sims. My male Sims always look like potatoes. And now it's the reverse. And like even if my female Sims are beautiful, it's like I still don't want to dress them up. Like I just don't have as much fun doing it. Like I don't know, it's weird. I can't. Who knows in 3 years? Still gonna, we might be, because like whatever. Because I'll be honest, like if Sims 5 is gonna be an online thing, not wasting money on that shit. So we'll be here forever playing this because whatever. But oh, who's calling you? We're having a little get together. No, we're not going to prom. Sorry, it's your brother's birthday. We're gonna stay here. But anyway, like, so we've changed and stuff like that and how we do things. And I think, and I can't, like, think back to, like, earlier times with, you know, challenges and stuff that I was doing, what my thought process was then. But, like, this one, I don't think, doesn't have a lot of rules in it. It's got some generic things. Like, honestly, for Leona, his generation was you can't have a good relationship with your siblings or parents. Your older sibling has to die so you can become the heir. Never put out fires. 3 close friends max. Marries him with a devious aspiration of 1 to 4 kids. That's basically like the rules. There's like literally like 4 things to do. And I feel like me originally, Yamachan, I'm gonna need you to get the hell out. You're somehow related to us though, right? I think sometimes that was more helpful. Like, okay, it's just a little bit of a guideline, little things to do, but then I'm crafting my story and like I didn't want like a full long ass, here's a ton of things you have to do type of challenge because I wanted it to be a little bit more freeform. But now I find that the challenges that have more to do keep me a little more engaged. Even if I don't do all the things, it's a little more like when I'm hitting a lull, like, okay, well, what do we do now? Okay, you know what? We have to work on this. Okay, so I'm going to have you go work on this. That's part of the challenge, and at least it's something to guide me to fill in times where maybe it's not as thrilling or the mojo's being gone. You know what I mean? Like, because honestly, for them, if we were gonna continue, you're supposed to have a bad relationship with all of the prior heirs, including your parent, which didn't really happen, but I kind of like just letting them figure out their own relationships. Salinger didn't have the best relationship with Leona, whatever. You have to throw a dinner party, a black and white bash. You feed one person to a cow plant. Oh, we should have gone to cow plant. We could have fed Nyla to the cow plant. We'll pretend. It's fine. Always hire caterers for events, 2 enemies, never get married. It's like they're very generic rules. And that's just what I wrote down. I don't know. And it could also be because the challenge was written a while ago. Like one of the other series that I have going, the challenge is literally like everybody does cooking and charisma because it was written in 2015 and there was literally nothing in the game at that point. So I had to adjust and add things and put things in and kind of fluff it out. But that gives me more to do with my characters because there are times where you're like, what do I do? Like this. What are we doing? We're just going through the motions. We just exist here. You know what I mean? So having more things to do, little thing like even if you don't get to them all, for me it's easier to like kind of fill in the dead spaces where I'm like, I don't know what we're doing, and that could have changed. And again, like I said, I can't remember what the hell 3 years ago when I was when we started this one because this one's obviously been going for 4 years now. Seriously, when was the 4-year anniversary of this one? Well, our other one was 4 years started in July of 2013. I think this one was back in like May. Yeah, May of 2013 we started. 2019. 2019. I looked at the date, but it was 7/13, not 7 of 13. I can't do math apparently right now. Like that's 10 years ago. Oh god. The Sims 4 wasn't even out then. Oh my god. In my brain, somehow my brain was like, girl, that's not right. But like it's not even early enough for me to be complaining that it's too early or I didn't have coffee. I did. I just can't apparently brain today. No. Okay. So May 3rd of 2019 is when we started this one. So this has been going for 4 years. I think it's okay that I broke my mojo a little. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Nah, we're gonna skip prom. 4 years. 4 years! How many people have been doing a series for 4 years? I mean, okay, I can think of a couple examples but it's more like we're doing this and then this and then this family and it's different. It's like Colorado. I can't really say we've been playing with Colorado for when did Jungle Adventures come out? Yeah, sure, dislikes arguments. Sure, difficult dynamic. Makes sense, don't care. You know what I mean? Because it was off and on and it wasn't, you know what I mean? And even if it was Colorado like never stopped and like there was always Colorado, he was always existing and whatever. It's different spin-off series. It's not like a full like this. We have been literally playing this family for 4 fucking years. I mean, Can you do it here? Dear God, this is such a pain in the ass. Has to be in the exact middle. Okay, here you go. Come blow out your candles and become a teenager. It's whatever. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I guess it technically counts. Because, like, other people have been playing series for a long, but not a lot of people. Not a lot of people play series. But that's also because a lot of people edit. You know what I mean? You're a perfectionist, klepto. You know what? Let's be the chief of mischief for you. Sure, why not? Oh, that's a look, sweetie. What is happening to you? You're definitely very Kyle-esque, I think. With a lot of Leona. It's a very weird combination. This look is not working for you. You also might need a chin. I'm not quite sure. You might have... No, you kind of have one. I think you definitely need the skin overlay. We're going to give him a makeover between now and the next part, so he's going to have to look like this for now. Which is... When do you age up? You're never going to see your... Nah, 8 days. We're not going that far. Literally, the next part is the last one. We're gonna bring Nyla over. Oh, look at that. You're an asshole and ate the cake. My fault, but honestly, it doesn't fucking matter anymore because whatever. This is the second to last part. We will finish in the next part, which is part 220. That's a perfect way to end the series, I think. It's a perfect, nice, round number. I like it. Can't do it 221. You could do 222, but... I just don't want to go for like 3 more parts. Like, whatever. I could invite Nyla over, kill her now, and we'd be done. But 219 bothers me. Like, fundamentally bothers me. Like, it's like I don't like it. It needs to be like a nice round number. And I know technically ending in a 5, if it was like 225, isn't a round number, but there's something about it that you can like you round by 5s. You know, like 5, 10, but you know that works for me. But like 19. 17, 21. No, I can't get out of here. It drives, I don't know what it is. Okay, it's weird. But anyway, yeah, so, I don't know, we had a lot of rambling thoughts going on here and I never finished any of them. But it is what it is, so, yeah. It's been going for 4 years. It's okay that I lost some mojo. I'm trying to make myself feel better about it. Because, like, I know that there's, like, 3 people that watch this. Because, like, that's all my Sims stuff really gets. So I feel bad, but there's plenty of other stuff on the channel. So, like, it's okay. And, like, there's really good stuff that, like, I'm really into and I have a lot more fun. So, like, you know. But I also think, like, part of it is the challenge doesn't have a lot of... It's got little guidelines. And originally I think I liked that because it was like, I could just do these few things, but then I can craft my story. And that was better for me like 4 years ago. And now I'm like, I kind of want to have a lot of goals and stuff, even if I don't get to them all, because it keeps when there's moments where you're like, I don't know what to do. And like my mojo's not here and my story processing is not processing. Like I'm not like creating something or crafting the story or going along, or the game's not giving me anything to go with. I've got something to like kind of fill that space and be like, all right, well, let's work on this because the game's not giving me anything to help me progress the story, you know? Because again, you saw the beginning. If you've been here the whole time, I don't know why you would have started in the middle. You started at the beginning, and the beginning was great. There was so much going on, and there was so much story, and then it just kind of like, I don't know, I'm just gonna let the game do what it does, and then like, and here we are. So, it's better to end on a mediocre note. Which is where I feel this is. But anyway. We will be back in the next part. I will give Basil a makeover so he looks a little less like a fucking weirdo. And then we will invite Nyla over. Kill her. Maybe we'll throw a party. They're supposed to throw a party. Let's throw a dinner party. We'll hire a caterer like we're supposed to. I don't have a cow plan. I don't know if I can cheat. Well, I actually can probably get one out of build mode. And then we can like maybe put it in a pen and lock Nyla. Oh, we could put the cow plant like up here in our where our freaking it shouldn't be here. Or, you know, like the dinner party's going to be down here. Maybe we like get rid of one of these bathrooms and put the cow plant in there and lock Nyla in there with the cow plant and, you know, whatever, and see if she eats the thing and we won't let her go home, and then we'll feed her to the cow plant and kill her that way. I mean, that seems like it could work. Might take a while. She won't be able to leave because the door will be locked, but yeah, maybe we'll think about doing that. If I can get a cow plant out of build mode, I'm pretty sure you can with debug and stuff, like a grown-up one. And then we can like set it to being hungry, so then it feeds her cake, and then hopefully she eats the cake, and then we'll just have her do that twice. You know what I mean? Like, we can cheat her needs. I can add her to the family too, like cheat her to the family so that we can control her and make her eat the cow plant, and we don't have to wait 6,000 years. You know what I mean? Because I think there's like a weird thing where like guests on your lot aren't gonna just like old age or laughter, but I don't think they die of hunger or anything, and it's like, so I think we might need to cheat that. Because I'm gonna tell you, I have another household where like we were locking Sims in the basement, and well, my vampire Sims would kill them, but like they just never got tired. Like they didn't seem to get hungry, even though we didn't feed them for days. So, you know? Oh, they're having a grand old countdown to midnight. So yeah, Happy New Year! We're gonna kill Nyla for killing our dad. And again, just in your head and canon, you're just gonna have to think that eventually Martin comes around and kills them. That would be a great spin-off series. We go and play him and then have him come after and kill that. That'd be great. But I'm not going to do it. But like, there you go. See, I get these ideas and then I'm like, yeah, but there's really not much to go for that except for like Martin's Revenge, and it's like slow burn. And it's like a short mini-series thing. Something to keep in mind if I'm ever really bored and want to add something new. But, you know, we've gotten to the point where we used to have like 8 to 10 different Sims things going up a week, and now right now at the time we have 5 because we've added Colorado back, and that's only going to last for like another week before this one goes away, and then I'm back to 4, and that's a lot for me. Anyway, we'll give Basil a makeover, and then we'll kill Nyla, and the last part will be next time. So I will see you next time for the finale. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.